Hello everyone! I hope you're ready for another adventure because today Wayne reads Benjamin Franklin, a picture book. Always remember that as we go through these amazing adventures, all you have to do if you want to follow along with the amazing adventures is like and subscribe. Now, I think that Bumblebee will be perfect to join us for today's adventure. Now that Bumblebee's here, let's jump in. A picture book of Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin was born in Boston, Massachusetts in January 17, 1706. Massachusetts was then one of the 13 American colonies that belonged to England. There were 17 Franklin children. Benjamin's father hoped that Benjamin, the 10th and youngest son, would grow up to be a minister. Benjamin always had lots of ideas. When he was still a young boy, he invented swimming paddles that fit over his hands and helped him swim faster. Benjamin began school when he was 8 years old. He had good handwriting and was an excellent reader, but he did poorly in arithmetic. Benjamin's father did not have enough money to keep him in school. When Benjamin was 10, he began to work in his father's soap and candle shop. Benjamin cut wicks, poured hot wax in the candle mold, and did errands. He hated the smell of wax and the boiling soap. He hated making candles. Benjamin wrote poetry. He loved books and reading. So when he was 12, his father put Benjamin to work in a print shop. The printer and the owner of the shop was James Franklin, Benjamin's older brother. James Franklin printed one of the first newspapers in America, the New England Courant. Benjamin set type and ran the press. He also wrote clever articles for the newspaper. He signed them Mr. Silence Dogood, so no one would know who wrote them. James was angry when he found out his brother was Silence Dogood. He refused to print any more of the articles. When Benjamin was 17, he left his brother's shop. He went to New York City and then to Philadelphia, where he worked in a print shop. After Benjamin arrived in Philadelphia, he met Deborah Reed. They were married in 1730. Benjamin had 3 children, William, Francis, and Sarah. In 1728, when Benjamin was 22, he set up his own print shop and published a newspaper, the Pennsylvania Gazette. Benjamin worked hard. He became the official printer in Pennsylvania. Later, he became the official printer in New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland, too. Once a year, beginning in 1732, Benjamin printed Poor Richard's Almanac. At the time, it was the most popular almanac in America. It had information on weather, recipes, and a calendar of important dates. It also had stories and wise sayings, including early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. And haste makes waste. Benjamin Franklin had worked hard since he was a boy. In 1748, at the age of 42, he was a rich man. He retired from the printing business, and he spent his time in public service inventing and experimenting. Benjamin Franklin helped set up Philadelphia's first fire and police departments. He helped to start the first lending library and the first hospital in America. He was made postmaster of Philadelphia and later postmaster of all 13 American colonies. Benjamin Franklin invented the stove. It saved fuel and heated a room far better than a fireplace. He invented bifocal glasses and a long arm to reach books on high shelves. He also invented the lighting rod that saved many homes from fires. Benjamin Franklin was very interested in electricity. In one dangerous experiment, he flew a kite on a thunderstorm. When the lightning struck the kite, sparks flew from a key attached to the string. Benjamin had proved that lightning is electricity. In 1765, Benjamin went to England. He spoke at the English House of Commons against the Stamp Acts, attacked against the American colonists that felt unfair. Franklin helped convince the English to end the tax. Benjamin Franklin remained in England for 10 years. He told the English king and his advisors to give people in the 13 colonies more rights and freedoms, but the king refused. Benjamin Franklin returned to the colonies in 1775, soon after beginning the American Revolution. He was at the Second Continental Congress and was chosen to help write the Declaration of Independence. In 1776, Benjamin Franklin traveled to France to ask the French to help America in its fight for independence. The French people liked Benjamin's clever stories. They honored him as a great scientist, and the French King Louis VIII agreed to send money and weapons to America. America won its independence, and Benjamin Franklin helped write the peace treaty with England. Benjamin Franklin returned to Philadelphia in 1785. He was an American hero. When his ship was about to dock, cannons were fired in his honor. Bells were rung, and a crowd waited to greet him. 2 years later, in 1787, a constitution was being written to govern the United States. Benjamin Franklin was the oldest delegate to the Constitutional Convention. He was 81 years old. In his final years, Benjamin Franklin wrote his autobiography. He also wrote out against slavery and worked to outlaw it. Benjamin Franklin died on April 17, 1790, at the age of 84. When Benjamin Franklin wrote his will, he called himself Benjamin Franklin, printer. Before, people all over the world knew him as more than a printer. They knew him as a writer, a scientist, an inventor, and a statesman. They knew him as Benjamin Franklin, great American. Oh wow, that was an amazing adventure to learn about Benjamin Franklin. What did you think, Bumblebee? I like that part too. We'll see you in the next adventure, okay? And we'll see you in the next adventure, here with Wayne Reads. Thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to see you again. Bye-bye!